What's up, everyone? It's me, Ivan, and we're back to. There is one thing that you guys have been requesting a lot, and that is that I watch the behind the scenes of the Yaira trailer video from Ripa, and I'm going to because God. Now, two things that I need to mention before we begin this video is that you guys were telling me that I was going to get like an insane influx of people shitting on me and everything because I'm criticizing Ripa and everything. And I guess I'm starting to see that. I've received a couple of comments and a couple of messages that are just funny. So keep it coming because I would like to eventually make a compilation of the most retarded messages that I receive. That's gonna be fun. Second, and I need to say this, I don't like. I'm not always going to be reacting to like what what Rip is doing or the criticals doing. This is not a channel to hate on them. I started reacting to it because it's video content, and I thought it was good to do that. But so if you think that I'm always going to be like a trashing on other people's work channel, I'm not. I'm not. It's me, Ivan, and I try to be as positive when it comes to this kind of stuff and everything. It has been that the last couple of videos that I've done have been a little negative because the content has been shit, you know. But again, don't think that this is going to be an outlet for you to have a new person just shitting on the people that you hate or whatever. I will give credit where credit's due. I will always be as unbiased and honest as I can. So I just need to make that very clear, okay? Because I'm not like I'm not on either side. I am just me, and it's just me being honest. If I see shit, I say it's shit. If I see something good, I say it's good. So hopefully this video, the behind the scenes of a 3-minute trailer, which is not a trailer, it's a short film. Um, it's 11 minutes, so all right, let's just watch it. Let's see. Also, towards the middle of the video, I will say I did some research on the Soska sisters, and I I want to wait to see them. Oh, okay, you know what? I'll talk about that later because some of you guys told me that some stuff that I couldn't believe, and I needed to like check for myself. So, anyways, let's just watch this. Again, I just find it funny that it's a ripoff of the Marvel logo. I really do. Twi- After what I've researched on the Soska sister, Twisted Twins is definitely appropriate. Man, I wish I could erase that from my mind. Wait, is this poor quality? Yes. Come on, let's watch that. Ah, there's the quality. Okay. Who came up with this font? Might as well just use Comic Sans. Come on. On July 11th, 2022, Eric July founded Ripaverse Comics. November 16, 2023, Eric flew to Vancouver, Canada to film the first live action for Ripaverse Studios.
I'm Eric July, founder, owner of Riververse, creator of Isom, Yaira, and some of the initial characters of this entire universe. I wear many hats here, but I would not have it any other way.
So yeah, that's one of the sisters, right?
Working on Yaira has been amazing. to be gifted the opportunity to be her writers. I consider
Okay. Okay. Okay, this is what I have to say so far. And I would absolutely hate if the video is like this, but based on the intro, I have to point it out. When you do a video like this, when you do like a behind the scenes something, it's usually to kind of give more context to the viewer or kind of like show a window. It shouldn't be an ego trip. So I hope that this is not an ego self absorbed video, because this should the focus should be Yaira. The focus should be the piece and why this piece is great, you know. Right now that we started with the little introduction of like, oh, Eric July founded this and this and this and this and this and this. If they're gonna make a piece about Eric July, then it should be a piece where it includes not just this trailer that they did, but everything else that he's done. Based on the presentation that we just got, you know, from the intro dialogue, this should be more about Ripaverse in general and not this. But if they're using just this because it's video, then it can come off as an ego video, you know? So hopefully that's not going to be the case. Now, one thing that I did find about the sisters, and I kind of regret, I thought that there were like some indie creators that didn't have anything to their name, because legitimately speaking, if this is the work that they're producing, meaning the Yaira trailer, man, like I've trained people in college that can do better than that. So for the resume, there's a lot to be desired. And I didn't want to dig in further, but they are very close, aren't they? Okay.
I wear many hats here, but I would not have it any other way.
working on Yaira has been amazing. To be gifted the opportunity to be her writers, I consider that we are her nannies. Eric July gave birth to her, and then he's like, I need a strong female influence ×2. Action!
Audio mixing again. They cut off her word. But anyways. You know, okay, hold on. Let me continue. Before I say something stupid, let me continue.
It's been my longest childhood dream to be able to give a future generation of fans what I got from comic books. Like, these women and these men, they taught me how to be strong. They taught me how to have morals, and morals not because like you're afraid of like hell, but
who mixes the audio on this shit? The music is too overpowering. Bring it down. It's muting the dialogue. Okay.
Everything set up, makeup, all costume, everything, and they're like, that's a character that I created.
And plus, you have to recognize the voice of the person that's talking. Ripa has a deeper voice than the sister. So having this bassy piano melancholic tune, it's really like it's clashing. It's like sweet on sweet or salty on salty. No, you want balance when it comes to music. Even this shit has technical difficulties, issues. I mean, anyways, Ripa's just talking about like there were some scenes that were adapted from the comics. So okay, why would he choose things that don't make sense? So here's the thing, right? Like, if I'm going to make a live action trailer of Yaira for a series or anything, I want it to be so it reaches out other people. You know, whenever I edit a movie, I make sure that that movie is directed towards the target audience, but it also has an appeal that a lot of other people will be able to just like take and enjoy and stuff. And if you have a comic book, like a comic book company like Marvel and DC and everything that so-called you're trying to take on them, well, they have an incredible array of characters and everything that will appeal to a lot of people. You should be focusing on reaching that audience. So if you're gonna make a video, that video should be self-contained and explain enough to attract other audiences. I'm sorry, like, but this one is like specifically to Ripa. Ripa, you're not at the point where you are at DC Marvel level to where people will just know the brand and say, oh, you know what? Yeah, I know this name means quality or whatever the case. You're building the audience, and it's great that the audience is being built, you know, from the ground up and everything. But to make a video or a trailer is specifically just targeted to, oh, you need to read the comics in order to understand it, you're not there yet. So try to avoid that, please.
Walking on set and seeing Yaira off the panels, that's like the greatest feeling in the world.
Are they gonna talk about Venter? Because, like, I remember during that part, she was like, Venter is coming or something. There's so many characters that they don't introduce, though. There's so many characters that there's voices of camera that are not introduced, and I was just like...
That's like the greatest feeling in the world.
Yeah, I love doing stunts because I do. It makes me feel like a superhero, honestly. I feel like, you know, we got the pulse rate going a little, heart rate going a little bit faster than normal.
I think that it's such a creative, you know, universe that Eric has created. Having Yaira, you know, as the lead in this is something that a lot of people are gonna be able to look up to, and it's just kind of a
Wait, what?
It's something that a lot of people.
Dude, she has like sparkly things in her hair. Why was that not shown in the trailer? I mean, doesn't look intimidating. It really doesn't look intimidating. And some of you guys have said that Yaira is not the villain, so she's the hero. This is the most asshole hero I've ever seen then. But with like the little blue tiara and the like frozen sparkly like hairs. Like, yeah, I mean, I would say that does not go with her personality. Her personality is disastrous, to say the least. But if you're gonna have such girly and cutesy elements to your character, the personality should kind of match it, you know? So, anyways. But I'm sad that I didn't see that on the trailer, because that looks cool. Like, it looks cool. I still hate her personality, but that looks cool.
Look up to, and it's just kind of a cool twist, you know? It's such an original universe.
When you've got DC and Marvel kind of Marvel, and he's really an amazing artist. He's the fact that he's created this because he just wanted to make a comic book, and then there was so much interest in him and in what he's doing that he went from a goal of 100,000 to, what was it, 2 million, whatever it made. That's pretty amazing, and I think he's a very cool guy, and I think I'm honored to be part of it.
Fans are gonna feel so excited when they watch.
That's pretty amazing, and I think he's a very cool guy, and I think I'm honored to be part of it.
Fans are gonna feel so so excited when they watch this teaser.
Times two.
That's here, but some of the
Working on
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The fact that he's created this because he just wanted to make a comic book, and then there was so much interest in him and in what he's doing that he went from a goal of 100,000 to, what was it, 2 million?
Fans
These two are very close, aren't they? Yeah, they seem very close, like awfully close. I don't know why they whoever made this, whoever directed, I guess, this behind the scenes, really wanted to make sure that the bond between that sister and Ripa was like evident. She's always like looking at him and stuff like that, or like they're always like in frame together. So I guess, yeah, it seems like those two are very, 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 very close.
are gonna feel so excited when they watch this teaser. They're gonna latch onto these characters and the story. They're gonna
Sister, there's no story. I'm sorry.
fucking, excuse my language, they're gonna fucking want more.
writing from
I want more explanation. That's what I want. I want more reasons to give a shit about this.
Marvel is what introduced us to Eric July. And I remember knowing that he was like, he's a huge comic nerd. And so people are like, oh, we sent your comic to him just to see what he would say. And everyone was like, oh, you're going to get ripped apart. And I was like, no, I think this guy's going to like it. And Eric loving that was so cool. And that's how we kind of became friends. So every time we would write an issue, we partially wrote it in mind being like, oh, I bet this Eric July guy's going to review it. I want it to be really boss and I want him to really dig it. Working with Eric and getting to develop a friendship and just, he's a guy that we text at 4 in the morning and I ask like, hey, how tall is Altona? You know? And is she nearsighted or farsighted? And he's so cool about it. And you can tell he actually cares.
Again, cares and drops off. Bad audio mixing. The editing here is fine. It's definitely way better edited than the short film. What is Isom about? Like, can anyone answer me that? Because everyone here has been talking about this story and everything, and I've done a little bit of research since like I started doing the reaction to Yaira, because I didn't really want to be not super in the know-how. Like, I still have no fucking clue in terms of like anything other outside of Yaira, Isom, and there's if I'm not mistaken, a fucking horse at some point. But regardless, the point is, what is Isom about? What are his powers? What are Yaira's powers? Like, the very basic understanding of the world, I haven't been able to find. So, like, what is that about? Everyone here's just praising the story and everything, but like, what is the story? You know?
I was really stoked to see the illustrations of Stefania first, and you can just almost
So that's how the chilled, that's her name, Stefania Martinez. Ripa, you have a very diverse cast. Shouldn't be complaining about diversity from now on, I guess.
almost it helps you imagine the character because it's so well thought out before, and you're like,
Oh. No, really, this is the first. Oh my god, dude, I've heard countless of time people bitching about this haircut, the half shave to the side. There's been, I think, around 200 million videos done about this specific haircut in general. How this is the lesbo cut, the woke cut, and the original draft was for her to have that haircut itself. Come on, man.
okay, cool. I can see what kind of damage this character can do and how destructive she can be, but also has this really human component about her too, even though she's discovering her powers for the first time. It's really epic to see.
When was that explained in the trailer? that she was discovering her powers for the first time. When would that look, I don't care. I honestly couldn't care less about, or could care less. I could care less. I got corrected. But yeah, I could care less about you having to read the comics in order to understand something. When you're making a trailer, it should be self-contained, should be self-explanatory. Like, they're talking about, like, oh, she has a human element. Bitch, you got punched in the face and that's it. I think I'm getting to know the characters way more through this thing than I am through the actual trailer that should be the one to give me answers.
Two worlds combined.
No, I love Eric. I mean, yeah, I was lucky enough to get to talk to him on set that day for about half an hour, and yeah, it's just like the fact that he created this, turned it into something that obviously the fans are responding to in such a big way. The sky's the limit for him. You know, there's so many characters and so many stories that he's coming up with, and you know, having this live action aspect to it. I think that the fans are going to be super stoked about it, and yeah, I'm a fan of Eric, and I'm excited to follow his journey as well.
He really cares.
Can we stop cutting people's words? Whoever Ripa, whoever audio mixes your shit needs to be fired, like, period. Like, legit. That, God, it's so annoying.
Cares about the production that goes into it and the foundations that are being laid. He flew all the way to Canada, which is insane, and he's playing a really
No, girl, it's not insane. Canada has tax brackets for filming. It's not insane. It's just cheaper.
hands-on role, which I think is just.
Oh, it's not Wodeth. It's Sally Rodell. Oh, Sally Rodell. Okay, I thought it was Wodeth or something.
So great as a leader in this Rippaverse.
The Soska.
Wait.
Flew all the way to Canada, which is insane, and he's playing a really hands-on role, which I think is just so great as a leader.
First off, makeup department, please make sure that her tiara is in center with her nose, because it's up to the side. That's nitpicky. But second, why did they have her do such a ridiculous ass accent? Like, her voice in itself has a little bit of deepness to it, a little bit of raspiness. Like, it matches her really well. Why did they go with the stupid accent from Madagascar or whatever the fuck? Like, her voice is good. Like, that's a good voice to have.
In this Rippaverse.
The Soska sisters are so incredible to work with. They are so determined, they're so intelligent, and it's so...
They're not talented. Let's get that out of the way. But one thing that I have to point out for sure, like, legitimately for sure, is that the Critical Drinker and Ripa do complain a lot about Hollywood, right? How it's just a circle jerk of, yay, yeah, we all love each other and stuff like that, and everything. This video is so cheesy in that regard. Like, it's very much a circle jerk. Like, this video doesn't need to be 10 minutes long if it's just a behind the scenes of a 3-minute trailer. Like, why is this so long?
So great working with them to bring this comic book to life. I trust the sisters and I trust their vision, and the fans are absolutely going to love what they've created. These two women are powerful, and they are creating such a powerful world for us all to watch.
See, this is what I mean, though. If anyone other than Ripa had done this, if any, like, Hollywood person had done this, it would have been torn to pieces just by that alone. Talking about powerful women, talking about, like, you know, the women creating the world and stuff like that. Like, come on, you complain about this shit.
It's such an incredible project to see. The fans are going to be so hyped and excited.
Man, the Soskas are godsend. I mean that truly, because
They're godsend. Okay, a couple of things that I found out about the Soska sisters. I wrote them down here. Number one, they're satanic. I need confirmation on that because there's some conflicting info. I guess they had a born again Christianity or born again virgin moment or something like that, to where now they're not anymore, but they used to be like satanic. Another thing is that they really like each other's mouth. I've seen a lot of pictures of them making out. As I typed just Soska sisters, I wanted to see their repertoire, and some of their repertoire in terms of work is incest films. So yeah. Another one is that they have been in the industry for a while now. They have been in the industry for a while. Never heard of them, but yeah, apparently they've done a couple of movies, and some with like profile name. Also, that they have done comics for Marvel. One of them was Black Widow. I'm going to assume that they did not create the character of Black Widow, but they did in fact make a comic of Black Widow. So, anyways. Yeah, I don't think God was super happy sending the incestuous sisters. You know?
We had built this friendship over these last years, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to shoot them the idea. I want to see if I didn't know what they were doing at the time, but I knew that they could crush this character. It was a character that was right up their alley. Yeah, I might have created that character, but they're put in a scenario in the Yaira books that I couldn't have come up with. Only the Soska could come up with the scenarios that they put in this character.
What was the scenario? Generic ass dialogue that makes no sense. Beating a child. I'm sorry, a child. Like, what is the scenario? I'm sorry, but I'm judging this based on just the evidence presented for the trailer. Like, you're only showing the trailer. You're rarely showing like the comic books. You're showing the first draft of the comic books. So right now you're showing the trailer. So what you're implying is that everything should have been seen or answered in the trailer. If you want the people to assume, oh, I need to read the books, this would have been a good chance to show the books, to show like, oh yeah, in different scenarios, show the scenarios of Yaira fighting a giant tomato, or Yaira beating another group of 10-year-old childs, you know, like something. But no, it's just, oh, they're amazing and talented. Where?
I love working with the Soskas. I adore them. I love being in their presence and on their sets. And I think that one of the things I especially love about working with the Soskas.
This is not particular to this video, but I just fucking despise. I really hate the cheesiness of, I love working with this person. They're so great. I hear it all the time. You know, I've been in the industry long enough, and I hear it all the time. And behind the scenes, you're like, yeah, fuck you, whatever, you know. But like this over cheesiness, it's gonna give me diabetes.
Sisters is that they let me play, and they give me room to invent and create things, which you don't often get in other films or television, where it's tighter scripted, or in features where there's you don't necessarily have the room to play.
The Soska sisters are beautiful people.
But are you mixing?
The energy is vibrant. They're just so joyous, and it's just been a pleasure.
So the Soska sisters are awesome because, well, there's two of them and they have the same vision but are able to divide and conquer. So one of them is
Click on audio, bot audio mixing.
Taking care of the cast most of the time, and the other one's taking care of the crew, or wherever you look, you see one of their friendly faces.
Bot audio mixing. Dude, no one audio mix this shit, right? Just I hate complaining about that so much.
Still very much trying to catch up with our demand, and the live action portion of this whole entire venture is something that I want to take very, very serious. It's not just something that I just want to do. I've been griping, I don't know for how long, about adaptations of comic book characters, so now it's time for me to kind of put up, shut up, and really do direct adaptations as close as we realistically and possibly can. It's all entertainment.
I guess that didn't age very well because you haven't done anything, right? In a while. I think this was the first and done. If that's the case, then that Naruto shut up. Well, where's the rest? But I haven't seen more live action adaptations.
Connected, and they're gonna be characters that they actually recognize, and we're putting them in believable settings.
I want to create excitement again in the superhero sphere. I think that a lot of people have seen that the superhero sphere has turned into like this conveyor belt of released media and projects, and you know, there isn't even movies that like stand on their own merits. It's just exciting to be part of a company where a fan
Girl, you're saying that there's movies that don't stand in their own merit, yet you made a trailer where you need to understand like 20 other comic books. You need to know at least 20 other comic books in order to understand this thing. Like, stop being hypocritical. Like, God. Dude, this is frustrating. Like, the audio mixing is shit. They're literally showing over and over. It's so boring. I mean, I was afraid that they were going to run into this problem because this is so boring right now. They're showing. I lost count how many times they've showed the same guy like rehearsing this stupid fucking falling into the car scene. They only have like 3 sets: the evil company speech, him falling on the car, and then beating the shield like a chump. That's it. And for 10 minutes, that's all you've been showing. Like, God, could we not use like pages of the comic book or like things to give more context to this grand story that they're talking about that it's nowhere to be found?
will say something and there's an internal discussion about it, like how are we going to make this happen for them, instead of being like, oh, listen to them, they're so excited about them, they're stupid. Our fans are the people that we're making this for.
I've never gotten to write something like this before where instead of being censored, my boss says go harder. I think that's fun.
Playing Yaira.
That did not come out. Having a little bit of context on how horny these girls are, saying that comes out wrong a little. Just like, you don't want misinterpretations, man. You don't want misinterpretations.
Yaira was a little nerve-wracking at first, of course. She's very stoic and held together, and I had to learn how to do that. So I think that I was able to channel my inner Yaira and really display it.
Everyone should buckle up because I think this is going to be an exciting journey for everybody involved, all the creative people, for the Soska.
See what I mean? They really focus on those two. Isn't he married?
Sisters, the Twisted Twins. There's so many cool plans from what I've heard of things to look forward to.
Well, there's a new superhero in town, and it's not just me. So get ready for the Ripperverse because it's coming.
We're fans before anything, and we are just getting started. Like, we have a huge year with the Ripperverse. 2024 is going to be our biggest year yet. That is a wrap on Yaira Live Action! Thank you so much!
And the guy's like, hey, actually, we need to, like, and she's like, I don't give a shit, man. Like, that was so funny. It happens all the time, though. It happens all the time. That is, like, I think the most realistic thing I've seen from this trailer is that this guy is like, hey, actually, we need to get room tone. We need to, like, fill out these forms or something. And the director is like, yeah, guys, no, we didn't. Like, it happens all the time. That is so real. And yeah, you can see him like, no, actually, we there's quite a bit of shit that we need to do.
Thank you, Eric
Everyone loves each other, yay! I wonder if they would love each other if he wasn't paying them. But
come on in, have some fun, get
credits again. Dude, yeah, this is bad. Like that video is so cheesy and like self-absorbed. That was more like do a video like that once you have like way more successes under your belt. And again, I don't want to besmirch the success of having a almost $4 million like campaign. Like, yeah, that was fantastic, and I'm super happy that not anyone can launch such a successful comic book company, like 100%. But it's just like it just got started, So having videos like this where they're so like yay and stuff, and it comes out kind of like premature, especially because you're making a behind the scenes of only one video that lasted like 3 times shorter the amount of time that this one did, and it's like okay, I don't know, it's just kind of self-absorbed and cheesy and a little hypocritical, because a lot of the things that they complain about, specifically Ripa, that he complains about like so much, it's shown here like doing the same thing, So I don't know, man. Like, yeah, this is again, I'm not going to be I don't like being negative. I really don't. I would rather talk about things that are like way more important and significant to me, that are like of like, yeah, throwing negativity around and just like stirring up shit is not my style. I fucking hate it. And digging deeper into this stupid rabbit hole has just been like anyways, that's my opinion. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. For every single other person that keeps commenting retarded ass shit, keep it coming, because I do want to make a list of like the most retarded comments I've received, and they're funny to read. that is my highlight. So anyways, thank you guys, thank you so much for watching. I do have other films that I want to react to that were made by like some creators that I know personally. Like for example, Star Wars Theory. He has his Vader film that I never watched, and that's super cool. And yeah, and I'll keep talking about movies and stuff. I want to reiterate again. This is not a channel about me shitting on the people that you hate. I just happened to stumble upon it, and that's it. I'm not gonna be doing this all the time. I'm not going. I don't want to. I did this one because you guys like kept asking for it a lot. So I'm a man of the people, but definitely I have a line to where like, yes, I'm not gonna turn into just like a fucking drama shitting on people channel, because I fucking hate that. So anyways, all right, that's it. Bye.